Hi, and welcome to another video at Autocalls. This is Stefan, and today we are going to explore together the whole platform capabilities and get a better view about the features. So, starting with the logging in, inside the platform, you will be able to see an overview about what's happening inside your account. You can see a graph with the calls that you made, and basically a summary about your whole account. Then we have the assistants, which are the core functionality of the whole application. And in here, we can set up multiple settings. We'll go through them together. First, we have the calls direction, which means if the assistant can either receive calls or make calls. Then we have the modes, the engine types, which can be pipeline or speech-to-speech, which is the newest one. Then we have the languages. We have over 40 languages available, so you can choose the one that you need. For the voices, we are partners with 11 Labs, which are the best in the market for voice quality, and you can choose any voice from this menu. And also you can clone a voice directly from our platform. You can submit your samples of audios, a voice, like you have a 1-minute voice recording that you can submit, and then the AI can clone that voice. Then we also have the ambient sound. So if you want the AI assistant to have like an office background audio, you can do that as well. Then we also have the filler audios. This will make the assistant respond the fastest way possible. You can also disable it if you don't like the filler audios. And then we have some multiple settings regarding the LLMs. You can choose from various LLMs, like the ones from OpenAI, which are the best at this current moment. And you can also choose some settings regarding the synthesizer, so settings about the voice, the speed of the voice, the endpoint sensitivity, so how responsive is the AI when it's discussing with the customer. And then we have the prompt and tools, which is the most important part, because here we have the system prompt. This is basically the brain of the AI and the main guidance of it in the call. You can write in natural language what do you want your AI to do in the call, what's the objective that it has to accomplish, and it will follow that. We also have templates that you can choose, so you can get started more quickly on building the assistants. Then we have the initial message, which can also be an initial audio. So you can record an initial audio and then the assistant will play it. In this way, it will be as close as possible to a real human call, because you can record your own voice, which is the realest as possible, which biases the conversation with the customer, because the first seconds of the call are the most important ones, and the customer will decide afterwards if they will end the call or not. You can also disable this. You can allow the customer to speak first, so it will just wait for the customer. Then we have also the call variables. So in campaigns where you want to make outbound calls, you can define a list of variables like the customer name or the company name or anything that is relevant for your flow. And then you will be able to inject them later when we are building the campaigns and importing the leads. We also have tools which can be either the default ones that the platform comes with, meaning that you can transfer the call to different people, like you might have different departments where you want the call to be transferred. We also have appointment scheduling, which allows the AI to book appointments, so it can fetch available slots from your calendar and also book appointments with customers directly in your calendar. And we also have custom mid-call tools. I'll get to this part a bit later in the video. And also the knowledge base, which is very important. It allows the assistant to be fed with informations, like it can scrape a full website, or you can upload PDFs or any type of information that you want the assistant to have in the conversation. Then we have the post-call actions, which are ran after the call has been finished. So at the end of the call, we will have the full call recording, the transcript in text, And based on that full transcript, we have another AI that will go through that transcript and it can extract some variables. The default ones are the status of the call, which can be either true or false, with a description. This description will be fed to the AI assistant that runs at the end, so it will understand how to extract this variable. The same, we can have the summary, which can be a string, and we ask the assistant to make a call summary in few words about the call, so we don't have to go through full transcripts that are pretty long. So instead we have this summary and just read a sentence and we understand what the call was about. Of course, we can define custom variables as well, like if the lead is interested, or we can also extract the sentiment of the call. We can have something like sentiment that can be a number, and then we can prompt it for the AI to extract this variable based on a scale from 1 to 10 on how positive the interaction was. And of course, these variables are very useful, but they're much more useful if we are sending them somewhere. And for that, we have the webhook, which of course, at the end of the call, the variables are extracted and then they can be sent to a system. But more than that, we have an internal automation no-code platform. It's very similar to Zapier and Make. And we have over 300 tools that are integrated in this platform, which allows us to build various flows. For example, in this case, we can choose a trigger of when a phone call ends. We can then select the assistant, of course. For the purpose of this video, I'll just use a sample data just to show you what you will get in the response. So we have the numbers of the customer and also the assistant. We have the duration of the call, the extracted variables that we discussed previously. In this case, we have the status and summary, and we just get the extracted variables from that. We also get the input variables. If we set some, we get the transcript, and based on these details, we can, for example, send them into a Google Sheets. Like we can have the insert row. We will connect our Google Sheets account, select the spreadsheet, select the sheet, and then we can send this data into Google Sheet. We can also send an email with Gmail or with SMTP directly. If the call was successful, we can send the summary of that. We can also send SMSs directly from the platform. We can integrate with HubSpot, with GHL, and a lot of other tools. This is when the phone call ends. So we want to send the data somewhere, so we export it from the system, but it also works in the other way around, meaning that we can have a Facebook leads campaign. We are running some ads, and we have a form with Facebook leads. And once we have a new sign up into that Facebook leads form, so we have a customer that is interested and they filled out their information, we can make a call to that customer. So the AI will directly call it and process the call according to your script, to your prompt that we defined in the assistant settings. And then at the end, we can also export this data and send it somewhere like I've showed you previously. So this is why this platform is very powerful. Like I mentioned, we also have the common CRMs, HubSpot, GHL, Monday, a lot of tools that can be used to either get data inside our platform or send data from our platform to those ones. So this is about the automation platform. We also have the call history, which of course will show you the calls that you have been made inside your account. You will get the full transcript in text. You will get the recording. You will get also the extracted variables that you set up. You will also get the response of the webhook if you use that webhook to send the data somewhere. And then we also have the mid-call tools, which are very powerful because with the automation platform, you can interact with data and with system basically right before connecting the call with the customer. So you can get data from your system to our platform and make calls with that. or you can send data from our platform to those systems. But with the mid-call tools, they allow you to interact with your systems through API in the middle of the call. So you might have a flow, let's say for an e-commerce customer support flow, where you want to get the order status that the customer can provide it to you in the call. So you can have it something like that, get order status. You can specify when to use this tool. For the endpoint, let's suppose you are using Shopify, and you want to add here the API of Shopify, which then the assistant will use it in order to send the data there and get information back. So how do we do that? We can define a parameter like order ID, which can be a number. We can, of course, prompt it here that you will have to get this information from the customer. So the assistant will ask the customer, what's the order ID that you want me to check the status for? It will provide it. Then the assistant will use this mid-call tool that we created. It will feed the order ID from that the customer gave. It will make the request. It will receive the data from Shopify, like the status is in delivery of the order. And then it will continue the flow of the call as usual. So that's why the mid-call tools are very, very powerful. They allow you to integrate with lots of systems, and you can use this tool as well to integrate it through our automation platform. So instead of using here an API, you can directly use our automation platform to have a no-code experience on building those flows. We also have knowledge base, which are very powerful because it allows you to upload PDF documents, Word documents, and a lot of large information with text. That it allows you the assistant to provide informations based on those informations that it finds in the files. And also you can scrape an entire website, so you can feed your website. It will go through the full pages of your website, and it will extract all the information from there, so it can use it in the call with the customer. We also have on the outbound side, we have the campaigns. So you can define an outbound campaign where you can specify how many calls to make in parallel, the call time frame on when to make the calls, so you do not call the customer in the middle of the night. You can also choose which days to make those calls. You might want to call your customer in weekends or not. And also you can retry the call. So you can choose how many times to retry the call if it will fail, like if the customer is busy or it goes unanswered. And also at which interval. You can choose it to be like in 10 minutes, in few hours, or maybe you want to retry it in few days. You can set up all of this from here. And regarding the leads, we have multiple ways of importing the leads in the platform. The first way is to use the classic bulk CSV or Excel file. So you will just have a file with your numbers and also the variables like the customer name and any other detail that you already have about the customer and you want the assistant to know about. So you can upload the file here, or you can use the automation platform like I've showed you previously. You can directly import the leads from your systems, from your CRM, from a Google Sheet, or from anywhere you might already have the data about your leads. So you don't have to do it manually every time. Regarding phone numbers, we actually have 3 ways of assigning the assistants on phone numbers. The first one is to get a number directly from our platform. This is a dedicated number that can sustain multiple calls at the same time. So if you want to do 10 calls in parallel with 10 different customers, you don't actually need 10 different numbers. One will work just fine. This is the first way, is the easiest way. The second way, which is also easy, is to use your own existing phone number. It's often called caller ID. So you'll just insert your phone number here. You will receive an OTP verification code. And once that is verified, the system can use your number to place calls to customers. And the third way is that you can use a SIP trunk. So if you have a VoIP or PBX provider, like some of the call center solutions or a receptionist service, where you have extensions and numbers, you can directly integrate them here in the platform. So the system can integrate with that. And with that, we have all the ways that you will need in order to integrate assistants on phone numbers and on phone lines. Our numbers, the ones that you get from inside our platform, are also SMS capable, meaning that you can send SMSs using those phone numbers. And you can do that from inside the automation platform. There is an action there that allows you, let's say at the end of the call, you might want to send a confirmation message, and you can use this send SMS to a customer action, or you can also send WhatsApp messages as well. Like I've mentioned, we have a lot of tools that are integrated here in the automation platform. So that should be the overview. Thank you for watching until the end, and I hope that now you have a better view about our platform. See you in the next video.